and go tell them you've discovered something because no one's done it so far.
Okay, but what you're saying is that certain bad traits that do not help you in surviving, right? So you're qualifying according to Darwinism. To Darwin.
Look,
the altruism is a trait that doesn't allow you to survive.
No.
Effectively.
Altruism defined the way it was defined before Darwin, which is to do something for others.
Yeah.
Okay? Not for your own benefit, not for your genes, to do something for others. That is something which is a counterfactual according to secular mainstream academics against Darwinism. That's what I'm saying.
All right, but that means so let's say 1% of the population gets this. Does this mean, does it disprove then Darwinism and evolution? Does it disprove it? That 1% of the people are genuinely altruistic?
I'm going to use the word disprove now. Only in a symbolic way, because remember I spoke about, forget the word disprove, counterfactual.
Yeah.
Metaphysically, forget science for a second.
Yeah.
Philosophically, we can speak about morals.
Yes.
Good, right, wrong. If objective morals exist, objective wrong and objective right, objective good and objective evil, not in terms of genes or survival, and a small part of that good objectivity is altruism, there's also other good parts. The existence of anything objectively, morally, disproves, I shouldn't say disproves, is a counterfactual to Darwinian claims of survival and reproduction being the sole purpose of human existence. The highest rationale, according to Darwinists, is to survive and reproduce. That's the highest rationale.
Yes.
Not do philosophy, not do art, not speak about God on Sunday on Speaker's Corner, is to hump and have kids. Basically, that's it.
Yeah. But all these things that we added up over time is, taking care of the kids, actually not just letting them go as turtles do, right? Or actually caring about the female we made because we want to mate them with them second time. All these other things actually helped us pass on the genes more effectively. And I don't see a contradiction between being moral contradicting what Darwinism stands for. Because if I, as an ape back in the days, I would start beating everyone around me, so I would hump, right, and start beating females, starting beating everyone else. At one point, I think females will just start running away from me because they know I would kill them, right? So it doesn't.
Again, what you're doing is you're explaining altruism again in terms of survival and reproduction.
And it makes sense to me. I don't know why it doesn't for you.
Okay, does it make sense to you, or do you acknowledge that people do good things not for their genetics?
Yes, I do anything during this day today not thinking about my genetics.
Perfect. Yes, so everything you've done today does disprove Darwinism? No, because that's all it's about.
It doesn't.
Okay.
So you think apes in their or let's say other things, when people or animals procreate, they think about genetics. They have no
Of course they don't.
clue.
Of course they don't.
Yeah. So
when an ape, when it decides,
this is not what Darwin claims, right?
Okay, wait. Let me just clarify two things here. You have an ape which combs the hair of another species, unrelated.
Yes.
Okay? That doesn't help it survive and reproduce. So it's a non-Darwinian behavior.
I can't agree with you.
Okay,
That's a point I do probably we cannot agree.
Let's wrap up this conversation in terms of altruism on this. The existence of true altruism,
Yes.
and I'm just going to make a statement here, as a concept, as a observation, has been highlighted by secular academics as a counterfactual to Darwinian theory. That's just something which
I'll
exists.
look it up.
Okay,
I'll
so we'll agree that you're going to look that up, and that's what I found.
Okay, that's fine. That is fine. It's from my understanding of what is happening. It's completely, within the models of Darwinism and the evolution.
Read Darwinian Delusions by David Stowe. He goes over this.
Okay, I'll look it up. It's just I found different.
Before I go, coming back, just one last thing about God. What would it take, say,
it can only exist as an atom, any shape or form.
are you looking for a sign? Are you like, what exactly would lead you to say, if I give you evidence of God, that was right for you, would you spend your life worshipping God?
Well, if it required that, you know, well, let's I'll elaborate because I thought about it.
Okay.
And then I would like to ask you the question of, but you think in the meantime, of what would it take you to disprove God?
For me to disbelieve in God?
Yeah. So for me, again, when I'm saying, you know, I'm agnostic, I don't know, and there might be or there might not be. There might be, of course, a God, a creator or something, but my strong belief is that he either doesn't care of what the hell am I doing on this world, or I'm a strong believer that, you know, Bible or any other books, even if there exists some God, fails to, you know, to properly, in my view, write about his thoughts. But then let's go back to the proof. So I thought about it, and the proof would be something along this way. I would have to see God, right? Whatever it is, it's either an entity, a spirit, or something. I don't know. I would have to have witnesses around me that can see the same thing. I would have to be able to film it, and I would have to film some sort of suspension of natural laws in order to believe that he actually has more power, some power, extra power from a different dimension than what we see here. And I would say this is still not a 100% conclusive evidence, and I'll explain why. Any advanced enough technology can be considered as magic.
That's Clarke's third law.
True. And it would probably be true if I am going somewhere 5,000-10,000 years ago, and you know,
You told them about the internet.
not necessarily internet, even something more no, something more simple. Let's say I have this new stem cell research, and I have this spray that treats my burns, and apparently it's working.
Or I can take your fingertip and I can identify you, something like this.
Yeah, but something more simple that I can prove it to people. So,
Yeah.
so I burn my skin.
They think it's magic.
So I burn my skin, I spray it, and in over, I don't know, a couple hours or even overnight, I can show them and it's healed. And they say, well, what the hell? This is definitely God magic or something, right? So even the evidence that I'm requiring, it's not exactly 100%. Okay, because it can be someone, it can be an extraterrestrial, you know, civilization that is 10 times more smart and more intelligent.
I'm also assuming,
and so that would be something that would move me close.
I'm also assuming that when you say something like that, you may also be referring to, you ask for a miracle, like the sun splits in two and comes back, or it writes your name, like something like you can see visually and it's beyond doubt.
And it can be, sort of proven that such thing cannot happen in nature.
And then would you believe? Like,
Yes,
would you believe?
yes, I would believe.
Now, what I would say, I'll give you the Islamic answer to that, because in the Quran it mentions that some people, they say, we want to see God. We want to see God, right? Now the Islamic answer is this. The signs of the existence of God and the signs of worshipping God, right? Worshipping God alone, are all around us. And for those who are searching those signs, it's clear that this is from God. And Quran says, whoever wants to believe, believe. Whoever wants to disbelieve, disbelieve. Right? And the Quran says that God can send a sign that your necks will hang. Like you will literally be like, oh my God, this is from God. But then, there is no free will. You have no choice.
Oh no, there is free will.
No, there isn't.
No.
Because it's absolutely true. So let me just complete what I'm saying.
I will come
So,
back.
in the hereafter, when we die, in this life, we have the choice. Whoever wants to believe, they see the signs, they know for certain this is the truth. Whoever wants to disbelieve, Quran says disbelieve, no problem. They can find and say, maybe chance, maybe this, maybe natural selection, whatever. When you die, that veil is removed. And it's clear what the truth is, and there is no free will. There is no free choice. And at that time, the human beings will want to go back and say, I wish I would have believed. So this world and the signs that are in this world, they are absolutely clear for whoever is sincere, and whoever is not sincere, whoever is not looking for guidance, whoever doesn't have that thirst, the same evidence means nothing. Okay.
إذا أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والتعليق، ولكي يصلك كل جديد اشترك الآن.